Please.
Sir, I have a question from...
Now you've got enough time.
Sir, I have a question from chapter 4, verse 70.
Chapter?
Chapter 4, verse 70.
Verse 70.
Yes. Verse 70, yes. It's famous from Surah An-Nisa, verse number 70. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Wa man yuti Allaha wa rasula fa ulaika ma'al ladzina an'ama Allahu alayhim minan nabiyyina was-siddiqina wash-shuhada'i was-salihina wa hasuna ulaika rafiqa. And whoso obeys Allah and His Messenger shall be among those on whom Allah has bestowed His blessings, the prophets, the truthful, the martyrs, and the righteous, and an excellent company are they.
Also, Ahmed is saying this promise is for the life to come and not related to this life. So could you put some light?
Pardon? This promise
is for the life to come and not related to this life.
So what belongs to this life then? Those who believe in Rasulullah Sallam and obey him. Is there nothing for them in this life? Where is it mentioned? What happens to them? It's very stupid also such people who relate this ayah entirely to the life to come. I fully agree that this ayah will be applicable to situation in the life to come as well. But first of all, it should have applied here. Those who obeyed Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah and Allah in all sincerity, if they are not granted any reward here on earth, how can they hope to get any reward in the hereafter? Man kana huwa ama fi hadhihi dunya fi hadhihi ama fa fil akhirati ama. So if they are without any reward here, they will not be rewarded in the hereafter at all then. This verse has a straightforward connection with a prayer which has been taught to us by Allah in Surah Fatiha. It's a direct connection, and a great scholar prior to class of scholars who reject them, in fact, have gone very clearly to understand that this verse is directly connected with that verse of Surah Fatiha in which we believe that this verse is an explanation of that verse. What is that verse? Ihdina siratal mustaqim, siratal lazina an'amta alayhim. Shows the path of those on whom you have shown your rewards. An'amta, rewards, an'amta alayhim. Now, does this prayer go in vain altogether? Is there no effect of this prayer? Allah has taught us this prayer and has already rejected it. While the Surah Fatiha goes on to build the case by telling us, Siratal lazina an'amta alayhim, ghairil maghdubi alayhim waddallin, show us the path of those on whom you have shown your favors. So who are those an'amta alayhim? And what is intended by praying that show us their path? Do the ulama think that the show us their path means they remain outside the path and look at the path and see people walking that path, not treading the path themselves? If this is their concept, this is the most stupid thing I've ever heard about the Quran and things. They do not open their eyes, they do not understand what it means. When they pray to God to show us the path, and the path is shown, which path is treaded by prophets before, by Siddiqeen and Shuhada and Salihin, it most certainly means that guide us to that path. We may also be included in the followers of prophets on that path. we may also be able to receive the that special inam of Allah, which could be that of Nubuwwat as well. Because people who tread that path honestly, according to their sincerity and according to their efforts in good deeds, they are rewarded different stages of inam. Those stages begin with salihiyat, siddiqiyat, shahadat and Nubuwwat. What does this verse say? Now you can relate. It's a direct answer to this prayer. The path is shown in exactly those terms of Munam alayhim. That is Nabiyyin, Siddiqeen, Shuhada wa Salihin. So if this is not to be rewarded, what was the purpose in teaching us this prayer? And if this was just an admonition that you think of this for the days to come in the hereafter, it's impossible. It is not relevant to other verses of the Quran. As you said, if somebody is blind here, he would get up, rise as blind in the hereafter. So all these things indicate that this verse is definitely an answer to the prayer taught to us in Surah Fatiha, which is for this world first and will apply to the hereafter only when we have treaded the path in this world exactly as mentioned in Surah Fatiha and in this verse. Now you understand the point? I have made it clear many times before. I have discussed all the possible aspects of this verse, but I am not repeating them because it will be a very long answer then. But this much should be sufficient, because I think you're interested only to find out this this aspect of the verse, right?